Leonidas drops the stun and drops the full ult. Oh my goodness, look at the health bars. It's a quad kill.
Should find the kill. Lunara will clean up that fight. Oh my god, I can't believe it. It is going to be Soul Shield. You gotta be kidding me.
Raw to take the 3v1, gets one, looking for the second. Crispy is popping off.
Looks like that Blizzard may connect with 4 people.
Oh, Lady Ronin! Oh my goodness, what a chat!
That was really good.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another night of NGS action. We are on day 2 of streams and we are going back to Division C West tonight. My name is Isaacs. I will be your host tonight. Welcome to all those coming in to join the games tonight. We are going to have a fun matchup between these two teams, U.S. Army Esports being the home team and Cats on my keyboard, the away team. Both of these teams, veterans of last season. I believe Cats on my keyboard were in Division C West last season. U.S. Army Esports, they're even in division. They usually hover in like the BC range as well. So I'm not sure about the history between these two teams, if they've had the chance to play each other, but they have definitely been playing in NGS for a few seasons now. Recognizing some of the names, we're getting readies going in the lobby. I'm going to take you guys over to the map screen real fast so you can see what happened tonight. So Cats on my keyboard, they won the coin toss. They wanted first hero pick. So U.S. Army Esports started off our bans. They went ahead and banned out Cursed Hollow and banned out Battlefield of Eternity. Meanwhile, Cats on my keyboard banned out Volskaya and Braxis. And the map pick that we are going to first is going to be that Infernal Shrines. Thank you so much, all individuals, for coming in with the follows as well. You'll get a little bit of a black screen. It will clean itself up real quick. But BMF Honey Badger, oh gosh, Olakalaloha something, and Self-Control. There we go, that's it. I put an extra syllable in there. Thank you all so much for the follows. Welcome to the channel. Hope you are having a fun time here. We are getting the map underway. Fracture going to be the banning out, or I'm sorry, Ghost is going to start us our bans. We're going to start banning with the red side Cats on my keyboard since they get first hero pick. You know, looking at the meta we saw from last night, Johanna seems to be a heavy focus for most teams to be banned. One of the 3 champions, currently sitting well above that 50% win rate in Storm League, but there are 2 others that seem to be neglected, being Anubarak and Blaze, so we'll see if either of those 2 make it through. Meanwhile, looking at the healer pool, Stukov super strong still. Very, very terrifying to deal with, as is the Brightwing, being able to apply that global presence. Anduin, always a pain as well, but it is going to be that Stukov picked up. And I oftentimes like to focus on the offlaners on Infernal Shrines, since they typically do the double soaking and what they can bring to the team fight. So looking at champions that can both not only damage other heroes, but also help pick up that objective. So Diva, Zool, Sonya, all those champions, and then Blaze again, you know, Blaze can be in that tank role or off lane role. So all those champions in those off lanes typically come out on a map like Infernal Shrines. It can be very, very terrifying to deal with, but it looks like both teams are comfortable focusing on that healer pool. The 2 healers we talked about, Stukov and Brightwing, are both going to get the axe. We're looking at Anduin and Malfurion really as the big 2 that are still remaining around that I'm looking at right now. You know, it's going to be interesting to see where these second bans. We have not seen the Johanna ban yet. The Sylvanas is going to be that next ban. And the other one I was going to talk about was the Rhaegar. Now, Rhaegar did get a couple of nerfs so Rhaegar may not come in this time. We may see it sneak through because the totems did get quite a hefty nerf, but we're not going to see Johanna or a Rhaegar ban. Instead, now we're seeing the Sylvanas and the Vala. That means Johanna is available, and typically when Johanna is available in the current meta right now, she is almost gobbled up first. We'll see if that's where Cats on My Keyboard are going to go. By the way, B Sanger 82 and Heitrusen? I'm going to have to know how to say that one. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the channel. It is going to be Johanna picked up first, coming in by PJ Red. So she's going to be able to lay down quite a bit of pain on the enemy team. Those condemns, falling swords. We'll see if they pair it with an Anduin, but there, oh, never mind. There goes the Anduin. Simeon picks up the Anduin, and as we talked about in the offlane, Diva being picked up by Fracture does an excellent job around those objectives, can double soak very well, can pick up camps very well, has good damage going down onto the opposing backline, and also has the bomb to just put down on the objective, zone everybody off, and claim all of those minions as her own. So big support role coming in. The Sonya picked up right away. It's like, you know, we can almost kind of predict these things on what's coming through the map. And the Junkrat picked up by Ghost. Junkrat, one of those high tier assassins, has a lot of utility, good AoE damage, has a lot of crowd control built in, the displacement with the concussion grenade. So we'll see. You know, the typical best way to get that Junkrat out of here is just find some serious lockdown, or just kill everything else and leave him alone. Rhaegar gonna get the band out in the second rotation, so we're not gonna see the Rhaegar come through. Now we're just gonna wait for Cats on My Keyboard to see what they decide to ban out here. Let's go COM. I'm guessing that's Cats on My Keyboard. I'm guessing that was supposed to be COMK. I'm gonna go with COMK, but let's go COM. Coming in from Heitrusen. Am I saying that right? You gotta tell me how I say that one phonetically. Last band coming out, gonna be the Garrosh. Pretty devastating tank. Get in there, throw things, disrupt. Sonya leaps in, Garrosh throws her away. Also sets up some of those big old bush gates, but again, we still have Blaze, we still have a Nubrak as the main two tank that still hover above that 50% win rate. That's not to take away from the other tanks. Diablo, another solid pick. Diablo typically doesn't do as well in solo queue, better in communicated and competitive plays. So Uncle Ye, or Unicycle Ye, sorry, not Uncle, gonna pick up the Diablo there. And Tychus picked up by Surefire. Gonna be able to get a lot of damage down with that Odin, be able to get that AoE ability as well. Actually, we'll probably spend a fair amount of time not in the Odin as well due to the Johanna and the Sonya. Gonna use that minigun. But there's the Malfurion picked up by Chameleon Eyes, and Li Ming picked up by Apple. Last pick coming in here, looking for some more damage, really to round out that comp. Gonna need a little bit of lane clear, a little bit of pushing power. Don't have, for the 4-man, don't have a lot of that yet. Do have some pretty good camp clear. You know, just, there you go. Tassadar. Throw Tassadar and got some camp clear, got some wave clear. Good, solid all-around mage. Going to be able to put the walls down, synergize as well with a Diablo. Say like, hey, Diablo, here you go. Here's a wall. Knock him into that. So overall, very good comps coming out from both sides. You know, it's going to kind of be this really big game of chicken. Who goes first? Does Sonya leap in, or does Diablo APOC? And once we see which team engages, I really feel the team that gets the jump in these mid-game fights is going to be the team that ends up taking away, you know, taking the objective, or being the ones that dictate the flow of the game here, because both these teams look like they want to scrap. We've got a little bit more disengage coming out from the Cats on My Keyboard here. They're going to be able to use that Junkrat Malfurion to just kind of zone and back off if they need to. Not to, you know, we've got the Diva Bomb obviously as a big escape button, but we'll see how these teams do play. I have to give the little bit of the early game nod on over to the gank ability with the Diablo from USA Esports, but as the game progresses, I think it'll really even out and turn out to be this skill matchup. Let's get these two teams introduced on the blue side, US Army Esports. We've got Unicycle EA on the Diablo, Health Sylph on, our Health Clip on the Tassadar, Surefire on the Tychus. We got Fracture on the Diva, and Simeon on that Anduin. Meanwhile, on the red side, we got Cats on My Keyboard. We got Koala on the Sonya. We got PJ Reed on, or Red on the Johanna, Apple on the Li Ming, Ghost on the Junkrat, and Chameleon Eyes on the Malfurion. Point over to the red side for making their names much easier to say. Also, Hytrusen coming in with 100 bits. Thank you very much. Definitely appreciate the support. You are a gentleman or gentlewoman and a scholar. Make sure we get the right one. A gentle person, indeed. But looking at some of these builds, Johanna going to go ahead and get that Law of Hope going early. So not going to get the extra blind for the Tychus. Really going to just have to time the E well to make sure right when Tychus turns on that minigun that we also get the blind going out. EZK coming in here, giving some support over to USA Esports and the follow. Thank you very much. Welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fun time here. Great Iron Skin thrown out by the Johanna, but we got Fracture coming down to get some of that soak. And we should see the offlaners come down frequently to help get that mid lane soak while the teams focus on these camps. Both sides seem to be focusing on their own respective camps. Red side just getting a little bit of the advantage for the camp pickup so far, but blue side right in behind them. And now the rotation down into this bottom camp is usually where we see the first contestant. Diablo getting the flip and the knockback, but it is Johanna. She's just going to be able to walk herself away. Junkrat going to push these minions in, give themselves a little bit of position. We did see Tassadar rotate to the mid lane. The entire red side does see that, so they will be able to pick up this camp a lot easier. Knowing that Tassadar is not there. Tassadar is on his way down, however. The camp about halfway done so far. Tassadar is here looking for the wall. A displacement from the Junkrat, but there goes the wall. So far, Johanna on it. Not able to get in time, but the fight is still there. D.Va has rotated down, gets in with the knockback. Chameleon Eyes on the Malfurion, getting fairly low, but D.Va just doesn't. Does she have the damage? The Moon Flare keeps him up. And with the rotation down, that means Sonya gets to do some of that sweet soak in the top lane, going to be able to deny some of the experience there. So red side able to get themselves away, not lose anybody, and also pick up the camp. So big pickup for Cat's My Keyboard. Is a nice rotation down by D.Va, but just a little too late on the gank coming in. Johanna was able to finish off that channel and get the camp. How do you root against the old US of A? Oh, Li Ming gets stunned into the wall. She jumps away. Gets down to about half health there. Diablo can find a couple more of those. It will benefit his team greatly, but we already have the red side. Cats on My Keyboard picking up this siege camp now. Unfortunately, you know, the objective is in the top lane, so the camp's not going to get as much value, but it's still experience, and the blue side has not picked theirs up, so that is going to continue to snowball that experience in their favor, although these minions are getting forgotten here. Also, D.Va is getting that bot lane pushing as well, so gonna kind of negate that experience that they got early. Johanna gonna go in, gets a two-man punish there. Li Ming took a very large chunk of damage from the Tassadar and the Tychus. And now we have first objective starting. It is a full 5-on-5. Everybody's up in this top lane. So far, neither team pulled the trigger quite yet. D.Va does have her bomb, goes into the back line. She does throw it down. Gets pulled in by the Condemned, but then gets thrown, displaced right on back by the Junkrat. Says, message received, and coming right back at you. Diablo getting a little bit low here. D.Va gets the root from the Junkrat, and now has to go into Baby D.Va form. The damage goes down, and that will be D.Va going down first, and you heard it there. The Li Ming gets the reset, gonna be able to throw out some more damage. So far, it's 20-14. Tychus getting booped back from the Junkrat. But the disengage from the Anduin is going to prevent any sort of follow-up there. It's 21-20, 2 seconds on the D.Va, but it looks like the blue side going to go ahead and give this objective up, start going down, get some camps, get some soak. So that means Cats on My Keyboard with their 7 talent advantage are going to get the first objective. It is going to be that Arcade Punisher up in the top lane. And they're going to be able to push it in this top lane. Nobody's here yet to boop it over, so they break down this wall fairly quickly. They can push on past. Punisher up against the wall. Got to get hit by the Diablo. Does. Junkrat gets flipped over, actually. Diablo reached right on through that gate and pulled Junkrat in. And that's a big pickup for the U.S. Army Esports there. That really negates any more pushing power with the Junkrat being gone. Li Ming can just kind of throw orbs from range, but a big pickup. Good play by the Diablo, recognizing Junkrat was just a little too close to that gate, was able to pull him on over. Sonya gonna go ahead, pick up the bot camp. Will D.Va be able to get the Spidey senses going and be able to come down and contest this? The whole red team is in the area to contest it. Gonna go ahead and pick up their own siege camp. So they've got the 2 siege camp advantage. Experience is pretty much even Steven right now. Both teams a smidge away from 9. Looks like US Army Esports just slightly ahead now. Kills are even, but another big fight. Diablo goes in, gets the stun onto Sonya, gets the flip. Koala just trying to spin herself back up to health. D.Va getting fairly low, but the contestant is still there. First kill gonna go over. Second kill, third kill, 1 in return. 3 for 1 so far. Junkrat's got to run for his life. The boot, but Diablo makes sure that doesn't happen. 4 kills to 1 in favor of US Army Esports. Maybe a little bit of an overzealous invade, and this camp still going to get some value up in the top lane. Look at that minion wave with the siege minion. Those turrets are not going to be long for this world, and the siege has started in the bot lane. US Army Esports picking up their level 10 talents. We got micro missiles coming in from the D.Va. We got Light Bomb from the Anduin, APOC from the Diablo. We got Black Hole coming in from Tassadar, and it is going to be the Commandeer Odin picked up by the Tychus. Red team just a few minions away from getting their own level 10s. How much did that camp get in the top? Got the gate in about half of each tower. But 10's now online for the red side. It is going to be the leap from the Sonya, the falling sword from the Johanna. It is going to be the rocket ride coming in from Junkrat. Going to try and, you know, time it with that leap slash falling sword combo. Just get that 2-3 man rocket ride and get back to team as quick as possible. It's the Twilight Dream picked up by the Malfurion. And we're still waiting. Oh, it is the disintegrate by the Li Ming. Going the Orbital, but here we go. We said who is going to be the first to engage. It is going to be the blue side. Diablo runs at the APOC. Light Bomb does not connect. That is 2 big ultimates down on the blue side. Red side keeping track of those. Now has a small window to be able to get in there and try a fight of their own. They need the Sonya engage, however, to be able to get that fight that they're really looking for. But a nice disengage from the red side. Sonya just gonna mow down this camp. And each team just gonna play a little passive here. Nothing really on the map. I mean, like I said, red team, they have the timers down. Diablo actually gonna be the aggressor though, finds a Junkrat. Doesn't have the team with them, so gonna have to back out. Junkrat not able to get the boop off in time to knock Diablo back. Sonya now rotating down. This could be a great rotation in. We still got 14 seconds on Light Bomb. APOC 37. But it's going to be over this middle objective. Second try, Diablo getting booped all the way back. He does have full soul, so he will be able to get back. Surefire taking quite a bit of damage. Everybody so far just holding tight. We do have a camp in the top lane being utilized by the side of Cats on My Keyboard. They have their siege camp pushing. Diablo finds the Johanna. Health bar is getting a little bit low. Tychus already in the Commandeer own. Light Bomb goes out, catches the Johanna. She's being knocked around like a ping pong ball. Uses the falling sword and jumps on in, but Li Ming has already gone down. Cats on My Keyboard have to get themselves back. May look to re-engage. They still have the leap from Sonya. Haven't used it to engage quite yet, but they do not have the Li Ming. Meanwhile, this camp going to continue to get some value up in the top lane. Looks like Sonya actually going to rotate up there, so they're going to give it up again. Or I guess this wasn't it again. This is the first time US Army's gotten a camp. It's going to be that Mortar Punisher, but they're holding it. They're not going to get the 40. They have such an advantage. They're going to just flip these camps. I like the call. Solid call for all those teams wanting to learn a thing or two. You've got a 39-0. You've got no reason. I mean, they do have 13 talent advantage, but they're just going to go grab as many camps as they can. We'll see if they invade. They do not. They're just going to get some more camps helping. I'd like to see them pick this one up real quick. Anduin and Tassadar are going to go pick it up now while this Punisher pushes. And they've got a nice little push in this bot lane. Although they don't have, they sent all 4 members back. And they're, okay, now they're getting back on it. So this is going to allow the Mortar Punisher. So I like the 39-0. You just want to make sure when you do it, you have your team here, because now this Punisher is losing a lot of its health and they can't really push them off. Diablo's looking to fight. He has APOC, a big stun, but Diablo gets rooted by the Malfurion and negates the engage. It looked like it could have been promising engage. Diablo was smelling blood in the water, but ultimately the Punisher goes down. It does get the fort. So that is first map objective picked up by the blue side. And now we're going to see the red side go ahead and farm it back up. And I anticipate both these teams really not going to be itching to fight until they both get on that 16 talent tier. We may not see really any fighting until that next objective. And as I say that, the red team quietly, sneakily don't realize that Diablo has them caught. And they decide better against it and back themselves out. D.Va actually looking to go in. What am I talking about? Waiting for 16s. Johanna gonna go in, use the falling sword to get herself out. And backs up. Sonya actually trying to get a push here. Gotta be aware. The engage is here. The gank is here. Diablo coming in. Are they gonna use the APOC? Are they gonna, nope, they're just going in. The stun, the flip, the root, the death. No way to leap away from that CC, and that is going to be Sonya going down. The entire blue side coming here, Odin is popped. They're just going to siege this fort out. Meanwhile, the red side, they're going to do the same in the bot lane. And we're doing a fort for fort trade, but the top fort going to fall much faster. We'll see if the blue team can get down and defend their own fort here. D.Va has arrived to clear out a few of these minions. Throwing down the bomb just to prevent any further. Oh, D.Va gets booped in. Oh, the condemn. What a play. D.Va tried to get back into her mech, and PJ Red said, no way, Jose. Unstoppable, used beautifully, but the damage was done. Diablo gonna get traded back. He has his soul, but that is a 2-for-1 pickup for the red side. Nicely timed condemn by that Johanna. Make sure that D.Va does not get back into her mech. And the red team got 2 forts really low, so they can really even this map out anytime they want. It's about a level lead so far for US Army Esport. But cats on my keyboard, like we said, at any time they could just even this thing out. Sonya gonna go ahead and get some pressure. 16's now online for both teams here. And the blue side gonna go ahead and maybe look for a fight. I mean, this is aggressive. We have 3 members here. Malfurion rotate through. All 4 members of the blue are here, but they're not engaging. Tassadar puts the wall up and they go for the camp instead. Oh, Tychus gets this boot back into the team. That is a big pickup. Oh, I thought he was gonna be able to get it off, but still it's a big pickup for red. Ando gets the pull onto Diablo. Diablo stuns Sonya into the wall. She has the leap available, goes onto the D.Va, jumps over the wall and runs away, but D.Va getting very low. Disintegrate the Junkrat bombs. Not quite there, but he's gonna try and land. Does not make it either. Oh my goodness. Koala gonna go get healed. Oh, whoa. Missed that one. I apologize. D.Va, or sorry, Li Ming ends up going down. Diablo able to, I'm guessing, catch her just a little out of position, get the knock on the wall, and Li Ming went glass cannon at 13, so she's got to be extra careful tiptoeing around those walls. Diablo can almost single-handedly kill her if she gets anywhere near a wall. Just 1 Q from the Tassadar. Oh, here we go, the APOC, the flip. But the unstoppable thrown out. Unfortunately, Diablo at 16 took the reset and throws Malfurion back into a wall. Double slam is gonna make sure that blue team continues to secure their macro advantage. And gonna be able to pick up this Frozen Punisher. And this is a big Frozen Punisher pickup. Gonna be able to siege this keep pretty heavily. Looks like the red team gonna go ahead. Again, try to even things up, get any sort of value on the map that they can. Johanna going all the way down, doesn't have the team quite with her. D.Va gonna finish off the camp, and here comes the blue team. They're on the hunt. They have their spidey senses tingling. Anduin gonna be able to check it first. Gets the root off, but this is a 3v4. Sonya actually leaps in. Li Ming is here. Now they're peeling back on the Diablo, but Junkrat gets knocked back into the blue side. Black hole comes out. Does not connect. It is another pick by this Diablo, and this Diablo is doing a lot of work with this 16. Gonna have to keep an eye on the Diablo. Like we said, Diablo in competitive play typically does much, much better than Diablo in the Storm League. Solo queue extravaganza. Frozen Punisher is online. Blue team taking down the fort in the mid lane, gonna rotate themselves up to the top. Nope, they're gonna siege out mid. They're gonna use the Punisher as bait. And they're going to just continue to siege. They have the Tychus, they have the D.Va, they're going to be able to just mow right on through all of these structures. The Frozen Punisher getting dealt with here, but this mid-keep already down to about half health. The blind did not land on the Tychus, so he is going to continue to get some more damage, and this keep, not long for the world. Mid-keep is going to go down. Tassadar sneeze on it. The wall. He builds an invisible wall, and the keep crumbles beneath. Gotta love it. But blue side coming out, and you know, like we said in the draft, the team that really found the fights, got the engages that they want. I thought they were going to be the ones to take control of the second half of the game. It seemed pretty close back and forth until the 10s came on. And the Diablo has just made this map his own, looking for all these fights. The light bomb is there. The Diablo delivers it. And US Army Esports are getting the better end of these late game team fights. But it's Infernal Shrine, cats on my keyboard. Got plenty of time left. They just got to get themselves together and find that one fight. At this point, it's just one fight. One fight, and they can really even this up. They can get a keep of their own through the top lane. Get the bottom and mid fort if they really want it. But they got to get that even Storm talent tier first. Looking at the blue side, they do have their 20s. And they went ahead and upgraded the micro missiles. Anduin got the Censure. Diablo got the teleport. Gotta love Junkrat shenanigans. Tassadar gonna get the upgrade to the wall, and Big Red Button gonna be picked up by the Tychus. And the siege is on. They got the 20s, why not? This keep, not much longer for this world. When you have 20 talent advantage, you might as well. Tychus pops the Commandeer Odin, but 20s just came online for the red side. You can see them being picked up. Sonya going for that armor buff. Li Ming gonna try and rotate through her skills. Get that extra 20% damage coming in. Sonya taking quite a bit of damage. Has to back herself away. Go heal up at the fountain. But the rest of the red team can use that 20 to push off the blue side and keep their keep. Is the Falling Sword upgrade, the Bolts of Lightning coming out from the Johanna. The armor upgrade from the Sonya. The Life Bloom coming in from the Malfurion. Junkrat gonna go ahead and get that extra cannonball. Gotta work on the 20 talent tiers. 10s are easy. Game of chicken right now in these two bushes. Junkrat able to scout it out. We'll see if they can find, like, if this Sonya gets one good leap, Koala finds the fight, gets the group, the blue side all grouped up, I can really see this combo, this Falling Sword, Junkrat, bomb connecting, but Li Ming already getting low. Has to watch out for the Tassadar. Big damage going down the Disintegrate. Sonya looking for the fight, isn't able to find it yet. Healing up Malfurion, able to keep him alive. Sonya gonna look to get back in. So far it's 16-3. The red side actually coming out big on top with these camps so far. Junkrat getting a lot of value, 24-8. Diablo is looking for that fight. Tychus pops into the Odin. Just keeping an eye on this Sonya here, seeing if we can find a target in the back. She's looking for it. 28-14. Diablo goes in for the Sonya, gets the flip. The light bomb goes on to D.Va, a 3-man stop. Here comes the APOC, huge combo coming out from the blue side there. They get the Sonya, but that is it so far. D.Va bomb gonna make everybody go down. Junkrat able to find the Tassadar in the back line. Junkrat gets interrupted from the Diablo. The flip is there. Ghost, stay away from the walls. No, Diablo gets a kill, but he's gonna take a lot of damage from the Junkrat. D.Va is gonna go 1v1 against this Li Ming. Li Ming, can she get Malfurion? Can he keep her alive? The Twilight Dream. Li Ming so far, and the micro missiles do take her down, and now Chameleon Eyes has to run for his life. Johanna gonna get the back hit. Look at this. Oh no, into the wall Johanna goes. Diablo had that one scouted out. Meanwhile, Malfurion getting very low is gonna go down. Johanna, the one remaining member, has to get herself back. And US Army Esports just going to go. They already have the Siege Minions, and the Siege Minions have gotten rid of the shield. They just have to get up. A 4-man blind. Will Johanna be able to play late game heroic? Sonya's up in 4 seconds. Here comes the falling sword. 73% of the core and falling. Light Bomb has been delivered onto the Sonya. And ladies and gentlemen, that will be it. Game 1 there. The leap for good measure. US Army Esports going to come away with the 1-0 victory and take us to game number 2. Fun match for sure. A very, very classic Infernal Shrines map. Kind of a little bit of back and forth in the early game, but the team that was able to find the fights, be the one to dictate a lot of these engages, ended up being the one to come away. Diablo, very, very scary once that APOC came online. I mean, that combo on that last team fight, the Diablo, or I'm sorry, it was the Diva who got the light bomb first, was able to put herself in the middle of 3 people, got the light bomb stun, and then the APOC stun to follow it up was huge. Absolutely massive. It looked like Tassar may have just committed a little too heavy, and so Junkrat was able to get the return kill. But I mean, the rest of the team was just able to, clean the floor, and that was a very well orchestrated fight. A lot of good communication in that fight coming out from US Army Esports. Cats on my keyboard, I mean, they had a really good early game. I think the plan is, let's go back to the drawing board. Let's think about what we did right in the early game, where we were going blow for blow. They actually had really great timings on their camps. They got the siege camp early on. Unfortunately, it was just in the top lane where the objective was, but then they got the siege camp, and the second time they put a lot of pressure on that top lane. They just, unfortunately, once the 10 came on, they couldn't really go. They weren't able to find the fights that they were necessarily looking to engage with, and ultimately all the pressure started to fall on them. The maps, the forts started to follow and everything. So I definitely think they had a good early game strategy. We'll see if they can just clean it up here in game number 2 and potentially send us to a number 3. A lot of people coming in with the cheering going, let's go USA Esports. I mean, Scruffy Herder and Bass Drop GG, or Bass Drop GG, sorry, coming in with the follows. Thank you guys so much for following. And Scrag7 coming in as well with the follow. Look at all of these follows. Welcome everybody to the channel. Glad you're having a fun time. Definitely enjoy having you here. Nothing better to do on a Saturday night than cast a little bit of Heroes of the Storm, watch 2 excellent teams go at it on the Nexus. And we'll see where we're going to go for map number 2. It is going to be Cats on my keyboard's decision whether they want to go with first hero pick or if they want to go for map pick as well. I do have the map, the lobby invite, and it looks like it is going to be, oops, sorry about that. Send us back over to the map so you can see me again. Hi, everybody. It is going to be Tomb of the Spider Queen where we're going next, and it is going to be US Army Esports that picked it up. So Cats on my keyboard, they got the choice between map pick and hero pick, and they chose to go for first hero pick again, meaning US Army Esports gets to pick the map. Got the USA chant coming in. Love it. Absolutely love it. Savage Gooser, welcome to the channel. Hope you're having a fun evening here. A lot of US Army Esport fans coming out. Absolutely love it. Bizarre 055 coming in with the follow. Oh, you guys are awesome. For those who may be visiting the channel for the first time, is this my 4th season? I think this is my 4th season. Wow, it's my 4th season of casting Heroes of the Storm through NGS. Definitely enjoy it. A lot of fun. It's an absolute blast. I always look forward to NGS season, being able to cast. But it's going to be a good one. I mean, Season 13. Season 12 was awesome. Both these teams in Season 12 were there, and now we're, looking at these Season 13s. We're in week 1 Most of the matches have already been played. I'm not entirely sure what the standings look like. I know last night I casted another Division C West, so both these teams may have been watching the match from last night between, what was it, Five Fish in a Trench Coat going up against Knife Party. Knife Party ended up coming away with a 2-0 domination last night. And now we've got U.S. Army Esports and Cats on My Keyboard, another C West matchup. See which one. Is it going to be U.S. Army Esports that join Knife Party with the 2-0 domination, or is it going to be Cats on My Keyboard going for the reverse sweep here? Getting some readies in the lobby. I'm going to take a quick swig of my drink. Get ready for map number 2, but Diablo difference coming in from Scruffy Herder. Diablo so hot from Savage Gooser. Yeah, Diablo. That Diablo play really was shining pretty brightly in that second half of that game. It looked really good. And Tomb of the Spider Queen, another fantastic Diablo map. So I do not anticipate that Diablo is going to be let through again. Maybe it will. Maybe they're going to take it themselves. Cats on My Keyboard said, we like what you do with Diablo. We're going to try it out ourselves. But if they're not taking it, I fully anticipate seeing that thing banned here. You know, Tomb of the Spider Queen, a lot of small corridor fighting. A lot of team fighting on this map. This is typically one of those bloodbath maps. But middle lane is the important lane on this map, being able to control both of those objective turn-ins. Hansel, he's so hot right now. Hansel. Love it. Finishing off the discussion here from Cats on My Keyboard, thinking about what they want to do. Gonna go back to the Stukov again. Not a bad ban. Stukov does really well. Just overall, I don't think there's a map that I would not consider taking Stukov on. May not see the Brightwing ban here. I don't know. We may. Just because both teams seem to like to go for a lot of heavy engage, so we may see the Brightwing ban. But gonna go for the Lucio ban instead. Okay. I mean, this is a good Lucio map. There's a lot of walls for Lucio to ride on. But if you're playing Diablo, typically you like when Lucio's the enemy support, because then you know he's sitting on a wall and Diablo's like, cool, I'll just hit Q and stun you into a wall. So maybe they're not looking at taking the Diablo. Maybe they anticipate Diablo's not coming through. So they're just going to get rid of that Lucio. But that was a change of ban. They did ban Brightwing first. Now they ban Lucio. Sylvanas again focused coming in here from Cats on My Keyboard. And Johanna banned away. So they're giving a nod over to Johanna. Don't want to see it a second time. They're saying, PJ Red, try something else. So Vala was banned the second rotation. Does that mean the red team puts emphasis on Vala? I mean, there's so many good options. We still have Blaze out there. And Blaze, I'm shocked. Not any time last night and not any time so far tonight has Blaze been picked up. And Blaze, I think, is so one of the strongest offlaners or tanks. He can fit into either role. He's that super strong flex pick. Provides so much for your team. But we're going to see Brightwing first picked by Apple, and then Varian picked up by Unicycle Yay, and Tychus again being picked up by Surefire. So running it back with the Tychus. 2 more pickups here. I mean, Brightwing, not a bad pick into Varian. When Varian charges in, Brightwing can just press W. It says no taunt for you. All right. Big change coming in here from the side of the red team. Chameleon Eyes going to go with the Nazebo, and PJ Red going to go with the May. So May going to also be a pretty good, has the snowball to counter the Tychus minigun. So anytime she sees that minigun light on up, can just throw a Q on over there. Also has the Blizzard for Varian. Anytime Varian jumps in, just puts it right down at his feet. Varian's not going anywhere. But Junkrat going to be banned out here from U.S. Army Esports. Don't want to see the Junkrat again. And they're also not going to go the Diablo, even though Diablo wasn't banned out yet. So they're just going something completely new. They're like, we like the Diablo. It worked for us, but we're going to try something a little different. Now, what I'd really like to see coming out of the red side is get a little bit more early game pressure. They've got a lot of the late game stuff done. They've got all those boxes checked. We're going to need a strong early game pickup. Assassin, Vala, Raynor. Raynor can do well. I don't know if they play a Hanzo, but Hanzo can do fairly well as well in these early game team fights. But don't put all your eggs in the late game basket, because then you really got to just delay for a long, long time. Rhaegar picked up by Simeon. And we got Tassadar again. So same assassins coming out here. Heath going to go with the Tassadar. Was there a sub? No. There was no sub. Okay. Waiting on one more assassin pickup here in the offlaner. I think this is the first time we've gotten to see a Rhaegar so far. All right. We've got a Hogger and a D.Va. So it is going to be the Nazeebo for the late game carry. And Ghost going to go on Hogger. Koala going to go on D.Va. So this big bruiser, get in your face kind of composition. Kind of like it. You know, Tychus is going to enjoy going into that, but the blinds are there, and D.Va has the ability to absorb a lot of that damage. Meanwhile, Hogger, once we get to 20, is going to just be going absolutely insane. And Fracture going to go ahead and pick up that Sonya. So they do have early game delay. They do have some early game damage coming out from the red side, but if they make it late, they're going to be scary. Their goal is they cannot fall too far behind getting to that late game, letting Nazeebo stack up. Meanwhile, blue side, the minute they hit 4, I want to see nothing but 4-man rotations with this variant and just blowing up any target that they can find, mainly looking for this Brightwing and Nazeebo. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get on out of here, remove my ugly mug from that screen, get ourselves set up for this second match. I can't even play my commercials tonight because these teams load so fast. And into the game we go. On the blue side, for the second time tonight, we've got U.S. Army Esports. We got Unicycle EA coming in on the variant, Simeon on the Rhaegar, Surefire coming in on the Tychus, Fracture on the Sonya, and Heath on the Tassadar. Meanwhile, on this red side, looking to start the reverse sweep process and get a win in week 1. We got Cats on my keyboard. We got Koala on the D.Va, PJ Red on the May, Ghost on the Hogger, Chameleon Eyes on the Nazeebo, and Apple on that Brightwing. And the pings go down. Control of this bush. Who's going to get it? Nazeebo going with them spiders. It is going to be PJ that gets control. Throws out the blizzard. Just a nod to Varian. So the blue side really not looking to fight right now. Waiting for Varian to get 4 so he can get that taunt. Just going to go to a different lane and do this back and forth rotation. You know, as Rackham would say, ships passing in the night. Back and forth. Not really looking to do anything here. If you're the red side, you might be wanting to rotate a little aggressively through the middle just to see if you can find that pick. Because right now, this is playing into exactly the way the blue team wants. So I'd like to see a little bit of pathing from the red side right through the middle, rather than just going the safe route. Using that May to kind of bully people off. I believe Sonya saw Hogger there. I'm not entirely sure, but I'm pretty sure that Sonya saw Hogger there. We'll see, but Sonya gonna go finish off the camp. The blue side still looks like they're being the aggressors. Here they come. They definitely saw. Sonya had to have seen that, and the blue side is coming in. Sonya gonna go and try and get the delay here. Red not gonna let him. D.Va is here, so we've got 3v2 so far down here. No red team members. Brightwing can teleport herself down. She's gotta go on Ghost though. Is getting in on Ghost. Koala gonna be the first to fall. Hogger, will he be able to get the Sonya? That is a return kill. And Hogger actually gets the knockback, so they get the kill, but Apple gonna have to get herself away, can't do so. Gonna dive in for the Tychus. Unstoppable is pop. Tychus gonna go down, and the stun into the Tassadar. It's a 2 for 2 so far, and the red side are able to come away. Varian, can they find it? Not quite. The Spider's not able to connect. They're going to go get the minions instead. But Nazeebo already at 28 stacks. Looking to continue to stack himself all the way up to that magical 175. Hogger just going to be on camp duty here. Make sure he can secure as many camps for his team as possible. Gems still pretty even, 23 or 26 to 26. Neither team turned him in yet. Varian going to be the first one to do so. Give a little bit of off lane love down in the bot lane. But Hogger able to get that camp pickup. Gonna go try and turn some gems in. Meanwhile, the red team, again, the one thing I really like that they did last game were these camps. And again, they come out and do the camps. Now this would be very aggressive. No vision on the blue side. You're going way in behind enemy territory. This has got to be one of the ballsiest moves. But it doesn't look like he's gonna get away with it. You can't let Hogger get away with this. You mad lad. He's gonna do it. Ghost. He's gonna sneak this camp and get the camp steal. What an insane null. And he's looking to get the stun onto the Sonya. Ghost. Trying to finish off the Sonya, but the red team in control of the map right now, has both camps. Varian does have the taunt online with the 6, so now Varian looking to get some of these engages. But the red team dumping all gems into this bottom egg. And Hogger's got the 9 to top it off. Ooh, May, is she gonna catch Varian? They do! The spiders go down, the frogs come out. But Varian gonna be able to survive. Red team gets the first web weaver. Chameleon Eyes kind of stuck on the May. He's like, bro, move your, what is it, icicle? Iceberg? What is it that May turns into? It's like human size, so it's not really an iceberg. Glacier? I have no idea. Anyway, Hogger getting a little low. Varian has the taunt. But everybody up in the top lane. Red team gonna try and siege this one out. Bot lane not being focused right now, so the Spider gonna get a lot of value in that bot lane. It's pushed out pretty far. We'll see what happens. Kind of keep your eyes on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Meanwhile, the Spider still fairly healthy. They don't have the best siege right now, but Nazeebo can just be that annoying. Oh, big stun by the Hogger with the polymorph. Tassadar, the Spiders are coming, but they're not able to get the remaining health. Oh, Hogger, you crazy. Hogger showing that he wants to get in and see if he can finish that Tassadar off, but that is going to be the end of the Spider phase. Bottom got some pretty good value. That Spider got about half the bottom fort. Hogger gonna go ahead and try and clear off the remaining of this mid. PJ Red gonna get taunted out by the Varian, but the polymorph immediately follows. And the zombie wall gonna make sure that no follow-up will happen from that Varian. And now the blue side gonna be the ones to look to turn in. Most of the gems are with this Sonya right here, and she's gonna be able to finish this off. So blue team gonna go blow for blow with these objectives. Gonna get theirs already moving. Ooh, big rotation here. Varian goes in, gets the taunt onto the Nazeebo. Tychus throws down the minigun. Chameleon Knight's getting very low. Brightwing not able to get in time. Can't get the phase shift off. And so that is a pick going over to the blue side. Using that taunt Varian for maximum value. Gets the taunt off. Doesn't have the Stuk off necessarily to follow up with the stun, but has the burst damage coming in from this Tychus and Tassadar. And Tychus was in perfect position to follow up, securing that kill. Varian gonna go down, but the unstoppable thrown out by the Hogger makes Varian's taunt negated. And it looks like it's just gonna be pretty much the same thing blue side, or the same thing red side got, blue side is gonna get as well. We've got the 10s coming online for the team. It's Wrath of the Berserker picked up by the Sonya. It is gonna be that ancestral healing by the Rhaegar. Parry coming in from the Varian. Black Hole from the Tassadar. And it's gonna be the Odin picked up by the Tychus. Meanwhile, on the red side, it's the Ice Wall by the May, the Micro Missiles from the Diva. It is the Hortipole from the Hogger, the Gargantuan coming in from the Nazeebo, and the Blink Heal. And the taunt goes down. Big ice wall coming in, catches 2 members, but the black hole's even bigger, catches 3. Both teams just back themselves off. A lot of ultimates spent, but no kills to be had on either side. Hogger gonna go back to his camp duty. Nazebo stack counter, 90 on the spiders, 90 almost on the voodoo ritual. So still doing fairly well, just gotta be wary of this variant. Trying to get some kills, gets the Mei. But the Brightwing phase shift gonna top Mei, back off. Gargantuan actually thrown out by the Nazebo. Hogger gonna go ahead and try prevent the Sonya, but I believe she did get it off, got those 21 gems turned in. The rest of the blue side turning in. Variant actually in the middle of all these minions, gets knocked back. The ancestral healing goes out. But he's getting fairly low, has another W to give himself that protect. Sonya getting her own camp here. And it is 12 to 12 as far as the levels go. Red side has turn-ins, blue side has turn-ins. The entire red side trying to get those gems turned in. Hogger only here to delay, and they does so successfully. Red side gonna get their next one, but Mei, ooh, she gets the passive off. Black hole goes down, catches 2. Brightwing getting very low, gets the blink heal, and is sneaking away somehow. Polymorph is beautifully timed to keep herself alive. Mei gets the blind off, and nobody on red falls. A lot of low health bars, but nobody dying. The Tassadar and Variant damage coming to me. Ooh, Hogger, gotta get the unstoppable off, does so, bounces 1, and gets himself away. Ooh, Sonya able to get the solo kill in the bot lane. Fracture still at half health too. Was able to find D.Va and get the kill, but the rotation coming down from the red side. They're looking for the fight. No minions to be had. The Hortipult is committed. They want this kill onto the Sonya. Sonya goes back in, is gonna be able to walk away. Spinning to win. There is no interrupt there, and the rest of the team says retreat, but it may be too late. Varian riding in, trying to find the taunt. Finds it on the Mei, but that is not the target they wanted. Everybody just backing on off. Tassadar actually getting some pretty good value from the wall there. It is just going to be the 1 kill, but the objective phase ends. Only the bottom fort falls. And now it looks like both these teams are going to go fight over the objective. Mei tries to get the knockback on the Sonya. The Ancestral comes out, full health. Sonya is. The taunt goes down onto the Nazebo. He uses the stasis. Brightwing gets the blink heal. The Gargantuan getting pretty good value right in the middle of the entire team. Brightwing blinking herself, but now the red team's running the wrong way, but Hogger getting a lot of value in that corridor. D.Va putting some damage in the back. So far it is a 1-for-1 trade, but red team, this is not your base. You got to run the other way. Brightwing trying to just top everybody off. Hogger going in, just gonna bounce around, calculated, and off he goes. But the objective has been turned in for the blue side, marching uncontested in the top lane. Bot lane minions are going to slow down the push in the bot lane, so as long as they can delay this in the mid, they may only lose the top fort. Mei just going to go up, kind of give a little bit of a nod and back herself away. But looking at these talents, Nazebo 114. So we know red side, the later this game goes, the better they're going to fare with that Nazebo. Just going to continue to get stronger with all of these fights. Now up to 122, looking for that 175. So far, still on track. Wants to be sitting around the 150 mark when you get to level 18, so should be able to get there, no problem. Red team gonna go ahead and claim their own camp. Blue team just unloading all of their gems and now looking to potentially invade. Looks like they thought about it for a second. Saw the campus picked up, elected not to. Now if you're the red side, you're just looking to get Nazebo to 20. You've done, I would say this is a pretty successful game for Red Side so far. I was really worried about their early game. They've done a fairly good job keeping their early game close. The later it goes, I think the Nazebo is going to really start putting down some pain. So I'm liking what I'm seeing out of the Red Side in this game number 2. Blue Side, they definitely have been playing the taunt variant exactly the way they want to, getting those taunts down. Looking to go in on Ghost. The Ice Wall goes down. They actually do catch the Varian there. Gets the Protect off. The Ancestral Healing goes off as well. Hogger going way out. Gets the Hortipult to go away, but the taunt still goes off. Polymorph immediately follows. Sonya not here. She's picking up her own camp. Gets the camp. Now she's on her way. But a lot of ultimates have been used by the Red Side. Black Hole still available for the blue, and taunt is up in 1 more second. So blue side actually want to pick this fight now. Mei gonna try and pick it, but she gets the stun. A big stun onto Rhaegar. Simeon does not have the ancestral healing, but he gets himself away somehow. And this is a big black hole onto Mei, D.Va, and the Nazebo. Nazebo and Mei both going down. D.Va Bomb gonna try and delay here, but Brightwing gonna be the next to follow. D.Va gets inside her mech just in time. Hogger will be able to get away. We'll see Varian. Is he in range? He is. The taunt is not in time, but it does not matter. Tychus able to clean it up. That is a 4-for-0 pickup. And you thought for a second Rhaegar was gonna go down. And that is exactly what the blue side needed. They needed that little bit of breathing room, because this game was just a little too close, and as it kept close, the red side was going to get bigger. Now they can use those 4 kills to put the pressure on the map. They're going to get a lot of pressure on this mid fort. They're going to get the boss, and that's going to increase their pressure on the map and keep Nazebo under tabs. EZK coming in with that black hole. Absolutely. That was a beautiful black hole coming in from Heath. So now if you're the red side, you know, again, looking at how we're going to get back into this game, really, it's just defend. You may lose a keep here, may not. You know, we'll see what they're able to do with the defense. But as they can get themselves to 20 and let Nazebo continue to get these stacks, we said 150 by 18, and that's pretty much right where Nazebo's at. Blue side gonna go to the bottom lane to try and pick up the bottom keep first. The spider isn't here yet though, so they're getting a lot of value before the spider comes, but that allows the red side to clear out these spiders in the other lane before the pressure arrives in the bot lane. Tychus already in the Odin. This bottom keep will fall. Top may fall as well. D.Va's going to prevent mid from falling, so it should be potentially a double keep pickup here. Ice wall goes down just to zone everyone off. Ooh, the taunt goes down. They catch the Nazebo. The black hole goes out, but Nazebo's got nowhere to run. That's a big pickup for the blue side. Now it looks like they're making a potential core call. Thinking better of it, back themselves out. So the top keep did survive. D.Va got up there and was able to keep it alive. 31 gems, so they've got plenty of time. They should be able to get their close to their 20s before Gen turn-in is available for the blue side. Pretty much they're just going to sit in their base. There's nothing to leave the base for. Boss is a 3-minute timer. This doesn't do anything at this point in the game. Just pushes the lane into your base so you can get more experience. So red side probably going to be pretty content just to farm it up inside their base, inside the walls of, you know, home sweet home, and look to get to that level 20 before, you know, what are we looking at? 18 plus 10, 28 more gems, or I can math. Yeah, 28 more gems. That'd be 45 plus the 20 they already have are picked up by the blue side. Our team actually does have turn in, but I don't anticipate they're going to turn in. This keep probably just going to have to eventually give it up. You can try and delay it a little bit, but you don't want to get caught. Mei gets the passive off. Gets some damage blow for blow, but Tychus just being that rude Odin, going to be able to get the keep. D.Va going in, but gets taunted. Doesn't have the bomb, so has to get herself out. Now she has the bomb available. Throws the bomb down, but Sonya going in deep. Red side. Oh, Brightwing barely gets the teleport off. And now they've got Sonya inside their base. Ghost gonna have to go back to Hell Fountain. D.Va's got to get herself back as well. And Mei gonna go down. The blue team has absolutely no fear right now. The core, excuse me, is falling. Nazebo, I don't know if he can get back to the base. He does. The core is at 62%. D.Va trying to get in. Hogger going against Sonya here. These minions are just continuing to siege, and this is gonna be it. Game number 2. Blue team says no level 20s for you. And US Army Esports are going to come away with the 2-0 domination. Get those beautiful 3 points to start off their season 13. Tied for that number 1 seed. Man, that game was really, really close. And then the blue team just kind of flipped a switch there. Got that big fight over that bottom camp where they got that 4-0. Or 4-1. That was a 4-1. The next one was the 4-0. And then from there, it was just foot on the gas. Let's go. That black hole. Game changing. For sure. But look at the damage. Tassadar leading. Almost getting the triple crown. 140 siege. 81 hero. So, US Army Esports giving a couple of good looks here. Showing a couple of comps off. Team's going to have to look at that Diablo, look at that Tassadar as potential focus. Meanwhile, Cats on my keyboard doing an excellent job in the early game yet again. I really think if they can continue to capitalize on those camps and just fix the small things, they're going to be able to, cash in on that early game advantage they keep creating for themselves, because they have 2 games where they had a very strong early game. Ghost being that insane undercover Hogger going in deep behind enemy lines to get the camp steal. Absolutely crazy. I'm going to jump in to a lobby real quick, see if I can get an interview with our victors here. Going to be US Army Esports. I have no idea who the captain of that team is. Let me see if I can find captain of US Army Esports is going to be Simeon. All right. I'll message Simeon. So I'm going to just chill in this lobby real quick. All the US Army Esports fans that were coming out have much to celebrate. Your team coming away with the win here. Let me throw it over to the talents real quick so you guys can look through the talents. See what was being built by the respective sides. I'm just going to chill for a few seconds. Give them a minute or so to see if... Oh, there we go.
Hey.
Hello. We have Fracture here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm saying that right?
Yep.
Yeah, all right. We got Fracture here, offlaner for US Army Esports. Congratulations on your 2-0 win. How's the team feeling right now?
Really, really good. This is our obviously first game of the season, and we have a tendency historically to we usually start the season with a lot of losses, and then we kind of pick up. So this is a little new for us. I was really happy with how the team played. Everyone was really responsive to comms, but real high spirits right now for sure.
Good. Yeah, I mean, it's always good to come away with that week 1 win, just start the season off right. So, I'm familiar with the team, but for all the viewers out there, why don't you give us just a little bit of background on the US Army Esports team, where you guys have kind of come from, and how the team's kind of, I know the team's veterans of the competitive division.
So yeah, this is our 3rd NGO season. We played in Div C our first season and got 2nd. We got to top 8 for quarterfinals in Div B. And then due to some people getting out of the Army, we actually had a little bit of a roster shuffle and recently had tryouts. So we picked up Heathcliff as well as someone named Shrinks. And then we actually have an academy team starting too. So we're happy to be back and like have a full roster again. And I'm really looking forward to playing with the new team.
Awesome. Yeah. So a little bit of a roster. That's always, difficult coming into the season, having to do some tryouts and get the roster, but looked pretty solid coming through here. So coming into game number one, I mean, have you guys had the chance to play Cats on My Keyboard before? What was that kind of, don't give away the secret strats, but what was your guys' prep for this series today?
A lot of us just running our own comps. We did do some scouting on NGS and looking at things that they like to lean towards, but we have not played them before, so we just kind of wanted to like take a fresh approach. We knew what we had worked on and what we had practiced, and we kind of went into each game with like a pre-planned like game plan on how we wanted it to go. So I was really happy for it to go that way.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, preparation, it always helps when you're going against a team, not a fresh team, a new team, but a team that you have a little bit of research that you can do from previous seasons and such. So you guys go to Infernal Shrines. We're looking at the champions that have the higher win rates, the more meta heroes. You guys let Johanna go through. Was there a reason? Did you guys have like some strategy that you were kind of, not super scared of the Johanna, or was it just one of those? We wanted to target ban more than get rid of the meta bans.
Our goal was actually to get Johanna. We left the Rhaegar up in hopes that they would take it so we could get Joe, but most teams are smart enough to know that Joe is just really good right now. So, we ended up taking a kind of a hit on the Joe, but we kind of had a plan to pivot off of it. Like, we had a just in case, like, hey, we're going for Joe, but if they get it, here's what we're gonna do. So we were a little prepared for them to take that or Rhaegar first, with the meta being as it is.
Sure. So, it's like one of those like, oh man, we really wanted that, but we're ready. We got the background. We got the team ready for a possible Johanna play.
Hmm.
And so for that first half of that game, seemed pretty close. A little bit of back and forth. They were getting some camps. You guys were getting some fights. They got the first objective, I believe. You guys got the second. And then, a flip switched halfway through that game. So what was at what point in that first game did you guys all of a sudden go, you know what, let's take it up a notch here and, start rolling this game in our favor?
Um, we kind of had a little bit of miscommunication on the first objective with how, like, with having the diva on that map. It's one of her stronger maps, and it was on me as shot caller. I kind of made a mistake of like not being perfectly clear about how that goes down, which is like, you kind of want diva clearing the point, everyone else zoning, but we played it the opposite way, where I was zoning as diva and the team was trying to clear, and obviously they're not going to out clear the Junkrat. So we just had a little bit of miscommunication, and we cleaned that up, and we were like, hey, next objective, it'll go like this, and then it did, and we kind of got a lead there, and we pushed it.
Yeah. And I mean, once that got going, I mean the Diablo. It seemed like the Diablo and Tychus and Tassadar were really doing a great job, all being kind of on the same page. And then it came down to that one fight with the Diva Light Bomb into the APOC into the Odin just wombo combo from down under kind of deal. So take us through that one fight towards the end. Who I think you said you were the shot caller, and how that kind of cemented the game for you guys.
So I was just clearing the point, and we were like, hey, if they step in here, Diablo gets a wall bang here. Like, this is a one fight for us. If Diablo can get something in this either of these choke points, and they kind of the moment like Sonya, I think it was Sonya. I think she stepped up a little bit, and we got the chance to just go all in. I was really just actually going for a Q to like break them up in DM to keep Diablo alive. I was not actually expecting the light bomb, but I'm gonna give a shout out to Simeon. He saw where I was going and he put it on me, and I ended up getting like I think it was 3 or 4 people with it right on top of the APOC. So it was a super good stun layer that I wasn't even expecting.
Yeah, yeah, it looked really clean. Like, oh man, this team's look at the communication coming out of this team is like special delivery, and then APOC was like perfectly timed to follow it up. It was, yeah. All of a sudden, U.S. Army Esports kind of just turned it on there in that fight. Everything looked really solid, and from there, game one went to your guys' favor. So game two comes out. We go to Tomb of the Spider Queen, one of Diablo's better maps, but you guys decide to pull something completely, no, I wouldn't say completely different because you ran the same two assassins, but changed things up a bit. Banned the Johanna the second time around. Didn't elect to go for the Diablo. So kind of walk us through how you guys kind of approached that second game.
So our goal was, you know, wanting to be able to pull ganks and force fights in the 4-man. That's one of the maps where I think the 4-man wins the map, not so much the solo lane,
Hmm.
because I'm not having a double soak. So, um, me and Diva are gonna have kind of an even matchup in the bot lane where neither one of us really has a huge advantage. But I wanted the 4-man to be strong enough to fight on their own. So we went for the variant because while he's weak before level 4, once he gets level 4, if you guys are clearing the waves fast enough, my guys are getting chances to just taunt anyone on the rotation, picking people off and looking for that early game pressure from the level 4 ult. So that was kind of just the game plan. Was like, hey, let's take something that really wins in the 4-man.
Yeah, and I mean that 4 to 10 power spike coming out of the variant comp, you definitely were getting the picks. Probably not as many as you guys were wanting, but you had the kill lead. You never let up on the kill lead. We're continuing to turn those 1-2 kills into objectives. Eventually, starting to get control over the objectives, and then ultimately leading to just the immense amount of macro pressure you guys were able to create there. So yeah, congratulations on those two games. It looked very very clean coming out from the side of U.S. Army Esports. So I always end up the interviews with the same two questions. The first questions I got to ask is, if you had to give a team MVP for this series, who would you give it to and why?
I'm gonna go with Heathcliff. He's our newest player and our new burst DPS player. And for his first competitive game ever in NGS, he did not die. So that's a pretty big deal. Also on both games on Tassadar, I think he was really clean with his play. Without even calling it out, the walls were never disruptive to the front line, and it felt like he just knew exactly where he needed to be and throw his skill shots. So I was really happy with the Tassadar play.
Awesome. Yeah, gonna go give it over to the rookie. Absolutely love it. Definitely had a pretty strong showing. Everybody kind of blew up in chat with one of the black holes he ended up throwing out in that late game Tomb of the Spider Queen map. So saw a couple pogs coming out. Looks pretty good. Last things last. I'm gonna open it up to you. Any shout outs you'd like to give? The floor is yours.
So of course I'll start off with shouting out U.S. Army Esports. Have multiple teams across multiple games. Of course, really happy to be playing under that name and supporting that. So make sure you guys head over to their Twitch. It's just twitch.tv/US Army Esports. So big thank you to them. Of course, shout out to my team and Simeon for keeping his stress levels down when it's healing. And um, shout out to EasyK, his Twitch. I'll throw it in the chat. It's EasyK93. He's one of our coaches helping us work on things this season too. So just praises all around. Really happy with everyone who's helping us get to where we are.
Awesome. Yeah, absolutely. Well, all the hard work seems to pay off. It looks like the team is, for this being the first competitive game under, a new roster, looking pretty solid so far. Looking for exciting things to come from U.S. Army Esports. But this has been Fracture, everybody from U.S. Army Esports. Thank you so much for joining me for the interview. Best of luck throughout the rest of your season. Hopefully, I'll get to cast you guys again here in the not too distant future.
Absolutely, and thank you for the cast. I do want to say that. Thank you, NGS. Thank you, ISEX. I appreciate you guys casting us, and we look forward to seeing our next teams and next games.
Alrighty. Take care, Fracture. Have a wonderful evening. Go celebrate with your team. I'll see you here next time.
Same to you.
Yeah, take care, bud. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Fracture coming in with the Sonya and the Diva in our two games. U.S. Army Esports coming away with the 2-0 domination victory, and it looked really good. Cats on my keyboard, they played a great game. They had some pretty solid early game for sure, but U.S. Army Esports showing it off with the new roster, looking for good things to come from them. That is going to be it for me tonight. I'm double checking to make sure. I think Crush is still throwing something down over on his channel. This is not the right channel. Hold on. Sorry about that. I'm going to just double check to see if we can get a raid possibly going tonight. It is looking like Crush is still got a series going on. I don't see him in a lobby, so he's probably still casting. Although I don't know, he's casting on his channel. So that is going to be it for me. I currently have not signed up for my week 2 cast quite yet because I'm still working. I've got a couple things changing around with the work schedule and stuff to try and get as much in as I can this season and also play with my team. But definitely we'll have some stuff coming up. You'll be able to see it on the schedule. Thanks again to all the followers that came in tonight. That was insane. You guys are awesome. I'll go through and just go through it one more time. There's a ton of them. Holy cow, you guys go back forever. We'll start it off here with BMF Honey Badger, Ulakalua, Self-Control, B-Sanger, Hits Russian, Easy K, Scruffy Herder, Bass Drop, Scrag, Scavenger Gooser, Blizz, Simeon, Surefire, Fracture, Unicycle, yay. All of you guys, thank you so much for all the follows. Definitely appreciate all of you coming in. Hope you're having fun. We're just getting started with this season 13. So looking like there's going to be a lot more coming down the road. I'm going to take off from here. Have a wonderful night, everybody. I'm going to send it on over to Crush's channel. We can watch some more NGS action, and I'll see you here next time. Have a wonderful night, everybody.